Eins, zwei, drei. Wenn dir deine Welt zu klein ist, du auf andere Welten geil bist, dann brich zu anderen Sternen auf, steig auf den Schicksalsberg hinauf. Winter's coming, spür die Macht, fang Vampire in der Nacht, lern Klingonisch, hau den Zombie, Pratchett, Heinlein, Abercrombie. Träum den Androidentraum, verlier dich tief im Cyberraum. Bei 451 Papier verbrennt, wirf einen Blick ins Otherland.
I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Peter Newman lately. He's an awesome guy. You should read his book, The Vagrant.
That's an awesome book. Yeah.
Also, his wife's book, Planetfall, by Emma Newman, also awesome. Both available here.
Seems like you're picky, aren't you?
Well, I am.
Yeah.
You know, I've never read this book. I don't know the author, but I will say one of the things that I really love about like old fantasy and science fiction books is Boris Vallejo covers. So I love the cover artist on so many of these books because he did like every cover in the 70s, and he's amazing. I'm an enormous fan of Naomi Novik's Temeraire series. This is the first one, His Majesty's Dragon, which is the US title. It's just called Temeraire in the UK. I have no idea what it's called in Germany, but fantastic series, and I'm good friends with her. Our daughters play together. Brent Weeks is my arch nemesis. We're constantly confused with each other because my last name is Brett and his first name is Brent. I've had people come up and ask me for his autograph and vice versa. Really good friend of mine though, writes amazing books. Mark Lawrence, Prince of Thorns series, amazing books, amazing guy. This is one of the few books that I've actually got a blurb on. You can see my name right there. He asked me to read this. I don't normally have time to read a lot of people's books, but I started reading the first couple of pages of this and could not put it down. It's a fantastic book, fantastic series. Kevin Hearn, another amazing series. I just finished the latest book, Staked. I listened to it as an audiobook, but I've been powering through this series in the last year and love all of the Iron Druid books. Robin Hobb, Assassin's Apprentice. I adore Robin Hobb. These books are so good. Absolutely worth all of their fame. Brian McClellan. I think the first book in the series is Promise of Blood. Pretty sure I wrote a blurb for this too. Didn't make the cut on the book though. I don't know if you should buy this one. No, really, this is a fantastic book. I wonder if I got onto the second one. Oh, jeez. Bumped for Brent Weeks. My other arch nemesis, Joe Abercrombie. Joe and I are honestly good friends. I love his books. One day I'll have to kill him because there can be only one. But I'm gonna let him grow a little bit before I have to do that. I just read A Natural History of Dragons and Uprooted, so I can recommend highly both of these books. Uprooted, also by Naomi Novik. This is a standalone book. This is one of the best books I've ever read. Honestly, if you haven't read it, get to it. Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, also fantastic book. Definitely worth your time. And there's a really fantastic selection of graphic novels here. The Fable series, fantastic books. Bill Willingham is the author. He was one of the artists in the original D&D manuals and went on to write this incredible series. I really think that you should come here and make Star Wars cakes. Because that's just awesome. As you can see, amazing role-playing section. And I hear there's gaming regularly in the shop here. Come get your full nerd on. I really want to be locked in here one weekend and just explore. I assume this is the German translation of Paolo Bacigalupi's Wind Up Girl. Fantastic book. Brilliant, brilliant guy. Worth just listening to him talk, but his books are just amazing. Made my girlfriend cry at this book. Probably my favorite book of the last year, The Martian. I read it twice and saw the movie twice. Can't get enough of it. So good. My daughter's favorite books, Jedi Academy. We read these at night. I read these to her before bedtime, and we read them together, actually. Really great books by Jeffrey Brown. Tie into the Star Wars universe in a way that is fun and like sort of brings back how you used to feel when you were a child. I really love these books. Pop-up Game of Thrones. What?
It's like in the intro to
This is
the series.
Yeah, I know. This is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's brilliant.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It just should put a CD in with the music.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
thing so you can
Listen to the music while you're opening it. Yeah. Elfstones of Shannara was probably next to The Hobbit, the book that really got me into fantasy, got me to love fantasy. I would not be a fantasy author myself if not for this book. So, highly recommend it. Also a TV show. Have read Saleh and Ahmed. I hear the translation is really good on this, and it was recommended by a really smart guy for publication here in Germany. Saladin's a friend of mine, worth reading. I heard you guys tried to sell this book a day early and got in trouble for it. Steven Erickson stabbed me once with a sword. I mean, we were fencing, so it was like what he was supposed to do. Even so.
Here.
Peter Brett, fantastic author. Also published by Heine, so you know it's good.
I think your shopping cart is now.
I think we're done then.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I love being back here.
Yeah.
It's been too long.